Good afternoon. My name is Tate, and I represent the Lloydville Bottling Company. How are you doing today? Or better yet, how are you doing this beautiful afternoon we're having? Sun shining, blue skies. Well, that is great to hear. I'm very happy for you. My name? Yes, I used to get made fun of quite a bit in school. You can actually just call me Lloyd. It's my last name. But, we decided to come down here today at the Lloydville Shopping Center. Kind of set up a small temporary kiosk to share and promote some of our newest, rarest, most interesting, but more importantly, most delicious new flavors. If you have some extra time this afternoon here, would you like to sample some? Great. Well, here's the thing. We kind of have it set up like an experiment. Alright? So, as you can see behind me, this top shelf here, it's labeled A through I. These are the sodas that we're going to taste test. Now, the identity of these flavors is completely hidden. So therefore, you won't know what flavor it is, and therefore it'll provide an honest, non-biased review. Now, I will be sampling them with you to share the experience, and we can chit-chat back and forth about the flavor that we think it could be. Discuss the notes, whether or not we feel it's a winner, things like that. We'll be using these little cups right here. Okay, so let's do our first one, which would be letter A. There it is. Now, of course, I know what flavor each one of these is, but I promise not to give any clues or hints or anything like that. Everything is up to your taste buds. All right. was a little tricky to get off, but we made it. All right. A generous serving, you say? No worries. We have more. So, that is letter A. Go ahead and choose one. I'll let you pick first. Excellent. Well, cheers. Now, of course, have you ever been to a wine tasting? Okay. It's similar to what we do here. First, let your nose take in the rich, amazing aromas. Now, I know what it smells like to me, but I'd like to know what you think. What's it smell like? Interesting. So you think it's a grape soda? Okay. All right. Well, let's take a little sip. And then I want you to swoosh it around in your mouth. Let all of your taste buds get a taste. Let your palate and your cheeks and your tonsils and your teeth and your gums, everything. Let it get a taste of that flavor. So, for me, it has a bit of a sweet, fruity flavor, but not like a bitter citrus flavor. No, not at all. Yeah. It's hard to explain, right? Yeah, it's almost like no, go ahead. Okay. That's a good explanation, actually. It's like a candy fruit. Yeah, almost like a prune flavor in a way. I agree. But any guesses as to what flavor this new soda pop might be? Prune. Okay. Well, actually, it's sangria. It's all making sense now. Yeah. It's quite exquisite. Now, only thing is, this will not get you drunk. So therefore it has the flavor of a sangria without the alcohol effects. Pretty nifty, isn't it? Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. We'll finish up here and move on to the next. We have quite a few to try. All right. So, let's move on to letter B. Now, I know this one isn't too pretty to look at. Kind of looks like toilet water, doesn't it? Yeah. But I do promise that it tastes better than toilet water. Let's try. This flavor might be very difficult for you to identify. This is one of our top mystery flavor soda pops. I'll let you choose. Perfect. So, clear your mind and get ready for a burst of flavor like no other. Now, when you smell it, what do you smell? If anything at all. That's interesting. You know, now that you mention it, I don't really smell anything either. Maybe a real fine hint of unidentifiable odor. You know, now that I think about it, maybe this is toilet water. I'm kidding. Enjoy. what are your first thoughts? I see. So, a little bit of lime and a little bit of spice. Yes, that's interesting. So, what do you think this flavor could possibly be? No. It hasn't. No. Well, that there is complicated. But the answer is tamarind. Tamarind flavor soda pop. It's surprisingly refreshing, isn't it? I knew you'd like it. It's a very unattractive soda pop. Has barely an aroma. Looks like toilet water. But the flavor is the key. Well, let's finish our tamarind soda pop, and then we'll move on to the next. Right. Now, the next flavor that we're going to try is this one right here. And it's a bit of a normal flavor. Not normal to Lloydville Bottling Company, but normal to our taste buds. No, I almost forgot mine. All right. Oh, the aroma is strong. Now, yes, it looks like it might just be radioactive, but I promise you, it will not melt your insides out. I promise. Go ahead. Excellent. I'm not sure. It might glow in the dark. I have not tried to see if it does. But, you know, if it's a flavor that you enjoy, and we put it in a full production, then you can purchase some and try it out yourself. It looks like it might glow in the dark. Maybe. So, that aroma, is it getting any gears turning? Any familiar aromas popping into your mind? Okay. apple. Alright. Well, let's taste it and see. I agree. Green apple, it is. But I still encourage you to check on that. And if I see you in town, maybe you could let me know the results. Because now that you bring it up, if it does glow in the dark, then I'm not sure if I want to be promoting this item. Alright, well, go ahead and finish up and we'll move on to the next. It's not bad. Okay, so we have two more to try. Yes, there are some canned soda pops, but we're going to try something different with those. So let's move on to our next one here. Letter D. And again, this one kind of looks like it might be radioactive. I doubt it, but suspicion's still there. Go ahead and pick your poison. Cheers. Oh, now that is an amazing aroma. So, what's your first thoughts? Okay, bubble gum. Interesting. Cotton candy. No, this isn't cotton candy. Let's take a taste. I'm picking up a fruity flavor. Maybe a hint of cotton candy and bubblegum too. Do you have any guesses as to the flavor? It's a very beautiful blue. almost like the blue sky outside. Blue raspberry. I didn't give no hints. Don't look at me. It's quite refreshing, isn't it? I agree. Yes, some flavors, I agree. If you have a little bit too much of it, it can get a little old after a while. Yeah, I agree with you there. Just like I had someone come up to me today. No, it was yesterday. And I couldn't really see who it was. Kind of huddled down and had like a hood over their head, but they were so adamant about this. They kept asking, do we have any Reese's or peanut butter cup, peanut butter brittle flavored soda pop? And I was like, no, not yet. But it is a good idea. Well, let's move on to the next. And speaking of it, the next one actually isn't supposed to be there. That's our cream soda, and that's been out for quite some time. So we're going to move on to the cans now. Alright. And I'm going to set this up, so give me just one moment. So, you have your samples, and I have mine. Let's start with letter F. Again, not exactly sure if it's radioactive or not, but if it is, it's not my fault. Cheers. Are you picking up on that aroma? Yeah, green apple. Let's take a taste. Okay, wow. That was a shock. I promise I did not know these were sour. Or at least that one was. Interesting flavor, isn't it? Yeah. Well, this is one of those soda pops, like we were talking about. That you have too much, and your body's gonna let you know it. Let's try the next one. Letter G. Getting that beautiful blue color. The aroma. It's interesting, isn't it? It does not smell like what it's supposed to be. What's it smell like to you? And be totally honest. I won't mind. That's exactly how I'd put it. Like the cleaning discs in the urinal, or the blue liquid in the porta-johns. I totally agree with you. Well, let's see if it tastes like it now. Oh, it's definitely sour. It definitely tastes nasty. You don't like it either? Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Anyway, that was blue raspberry. Sour blue raspberry. On to the next. Letter H. All right. Well, I agree. Well, maybe apricot. It might just be apricot, but I don't know. It could also be peach. Let's try it. Sour peach. There's no mistaking that. All right. Last one. Then I promise I'll let you go about your day and do all your shopping that you need to do. Enjoy the beautiful sun and sky that we're having. Just this last one. Another blue one. But is it blue raspberry? It smells like the other, yeah, I agree. That one right there. It smells exactly like it. It's a very sweet, almost a candy. Yeah. Cheers. Well, I think this one's easily identifiable. Precisely. Cotton candy flavored soda pop. This is one of our most promising flavors. I heard through the grapevine, since I'm a salesman, I get to hear these things, but apparently somebody important in Lloydville invented this flavor. They love cotton candy, I guess. But apparently this is going to be considered, or one of the considerations for the town's official soda pop. So that's good. Well, that's all the flavors I have for you to try today. But before you leave, I would like for you to rate each one and let me know which one out of A through E and F through I is your favorites. Alright? Let me clean up and get set up. I'm going to bring the other set down. Okay. A, B, C, and D. What would you rate each one and which one is your favorite? Let's start with A. Okay. What about B? Right. And C. Okay. And D. Alright. Now, which one of these is your favorite? The sangria. Okay. Me personally, I'd have to pick the tamarind. You know, it's something different. So is the sangria, but I don't know, just my opinion. Now, letters F through I. What would you rate each one, and which one is your favorite? Starting with F. Okay. G. All right. H. Okay. And I. So I'm assuming that letter I, the cotton candy flavor. Yeah, that's my favorite too. The other ones, you know, the sour ones, they might pique the interest of children, but you know, us older folks, you know, all this hot stuff and sour stuff, it just, yeah, okay. Eat your gut out. Yeah, exactly. I speak from experience. Well, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the Lloydville Bottling Company for stopping by our little kiosk here and taking part in our little sampling and survey. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and be sure to look for some or all of these flavors at a store near you. It's been a pleasure. You take care.